Debonair.
I'm scared about getting back on YouTube.
No, don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. I was literally about to throw the towel in, and then YouTube sent me like a email notification that was like, "Oh, congratulations, you've been accepted into pro." I was like, "What? Excuse me?"
No, seriously, get that money. Like, to me, it's like more of, I think, something I would want to do for fun. I honestly stopped YouTube originally over, I don't know what we're allowed to say, but a dude. He didn't like me being on the internet like that.
Oh, he was controlling.
He was controlling, and like he thought that me being on the internet was a way of me seeking attention from men or something, and I was just like, it's something I like to do. So I gave it up completely. But yeah, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, nah, it's hilarious. I literally just told her name's Jay. I was just having this conversation with her, and I was telling her, yo, a lot of these guys are insecure, man. Y'all gotta pick wisely, man. Like I'm not. I was never on that stuff, man. I never really cared to be sitting there checking your phone, trying to see what you're doing, where you at. I don't got time for stuff like that, bro. I got too much stuff on my mind to be trying to figure out what you got. I got a full-time job, I got my own this, that, and third. Going back and forth with this doctor's program. Like the last thing I need to be doing is checking up on you, trying to figure out what the hell you doing. Like, no, you grown. Do what you want to do.
But like, insecure men are dangerous though. Dangerous. Like, life-ending dangerous.
Listen.
Dangerous. No, seriously, if you think about it, I feel like men, I mean, this is not even what we're gonna be talking about, but I just feel like men, if you they like women who have like stuff going on, have goals, everything, until you actually date them.
Yeah.
And then it goes left because you become like an enemy or something, like, oh, you're trying to one up me or whatever. It's not like a, oh, we're together, my girlfriend's doing so good. Nah. It's dangerous.
And they do stuff like that because they want to make sure that you stay dependent on them so they can control everything and stuff like that, man. Like, I mean, trust me, like I said, majority of my friends are female, so I have to hear these stories all day long, man. So trust me, I already know the nonsense you've been through, man. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. I would keep saying I'm sorry, but
like,
I'm sorry.
Oh no, these dudes. Yeah. Have you ever had like a crazy experience with a female that you might say like shared those characteristics?
Yes, she wasn't controlling like that though. She was crazy, like she was legit crazy. But not like that, like to the point where she controlling stuff like that. But she was like she was abused by her mom and she was sexually abused by her neighbor and stuff like that. So it was a lot. I didn't know any of this until like a year and a half, 2 years into the relationship. By that time, I had already, So I was stuck. I was like, damn, bro, like I can either leave or try to get her some help. So I tried to stay with her, try to get her some help. She was living with me and everything, man. Like she was living with me for like a year and however long she lived with me. And I tried to get her like some help with like, behavior psychology, psychiatrist or whatever they call it. And she just didn't want help from anybody, man. I just got fed up. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. She was having like random temper tantrums and stuff like that. Like the smallest thing would set her off. And it was just like, yeah, I'm out, bro. I can't deal with this. So yeah, trust me.
Like, I dealt with an angry dude and it's just not it. Like living with him, everything. How did you separate yourself? So she was living with you at one point.
Yeah.
You were offering to get her help. How did she depart from your house? Was that a whole thing?
No, it wasn't a whole thing. She left. I actually helped her move out of my place and she moved into her own place. She got a room with someone. I don't know why, but whatever. Because she was like, oh, well, I don't want to be here and da 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 da. I'm like, all right, bro, like it is what it is. Because I never charged her for rent. I never charged her anything. I'm like, yo, stay here. I think I was still doing my bachelor's back then. She was finishing her social and she was starting her bachelor's program. And I told him like, yo, well, the best thing for you to do is to stay here, save your money up, do this, and third. She was working at Teleperformance. I'm like, so save your money up, go to school, do whatever it is you got to do.
First red flag, Teleperformance.
Yeah, I know, right?
Teleperformance. That's all you had to say. Like,
listen. Everybody in Broward know about TP.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, me and her, we was together for I want to say almost 5 years. She lived with me for like a year, and however long she was living with me, man. Like I said, her mom was physically abusive and stuff like that. Her dad would abuse her mom, and then her mom would abuse the kids. and stuff like that. So that's how she grew up. And you know, they're like, you know, they're illegal. You know, whatever, they're from the Caribbean. And so at the time, I should say, they were illegal. So when she was getting sexually assaulted by her neighbors, she would tell her mom about it. Her mom didn't want to say anything because, you know, they didn't want to get the police
Yeah, she
involved.
can't get involved with the police.
Exactly, yeah. So she just had to sit there and deal with that. So that happened from like 13, 14 until like 16, 17, until she finally moved out. Until they moved out of that area and stuff like that. But by that time, the damage was already done. She was already getting physically abused by her mom, and then she had to, you know, be abused by the damn neighbor and stuff like that, man. So like after I found out all the other stuff, man, because she would have like small little anger spasms or whatever you want to call it, and it was small, it was light. And then once it started getting to a point where I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can do this, then that's when she started telling me
Once
everything.
you start touching me,
Bro, I was like, yeah, I don't know what to say, bro. So I tried my best to get her as much help as I could, scheduled appointments with her, did walk-ins, all that. She would just stay outside. She would never let anybody talk to her. When they did come outside to talk to her, she would just sit there and be quiet. I'm like, bro, come on, like, you're gonna have to meet me halfway. So I told her, I'm like, yo, listen, I can't stay in a relationship with you anymore because of these crazy ass anger problems that you're having. So it's either you're gonna get help or we gotta separate. And so we separated. So
that literally happened to me, and I was with him for 4 years.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the same thing. Like moving in just made it worse.
Yeah.
I think like before you move in, you see signs that okay, you have anger problems. But once you're like confined, there's no boundaries anymore. It just gets bad. But honestly, do you feel like more relieved that you're out of it? I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely feel relieved, man. Because and I was telling people, like telling everybody, like I've been skinny my whole life. So when I was with her, I was losing weight. So I was like, bro, how the hell am I losing weight? Like, what weight do I even have to lose? Like, this is crazy. And so, but yeah, I felt happy, man. I was just done. I had like felt like I had a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. She was the reason why I didn't start my master's on time. I was supposed to start my master's immediately after I finished my bachelor. I finished my bachelor's in 2016, 2017. And so she was like, oh, well, you know, I barely get to see you now because you're always working. So if you start your master's, I'm never going to see you. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever, I'll stop. So after me and her was done, I just enrolled in a master's program, finished, graduated. She saw my pictures I put up on Instagram, and she's like, oh, you didn't even invite me. I'm like, bro, we not together. What are you talking about? I didn't invite you.
Trying to derail me. Like, what? No, that's literally how they are, though.
Yeah.
I had my ex-boyfriend made me cry on the way to my graduation, like threatening to leave me in Miami, all types of stuff. Like, it's not worth it. Sometimes you just have to love yourself more.
That's facts.
Than that person.
That's facts.
Because once you're like tolerating disrespect,
yeah.
First of all, you don't need to change yourself to be loved by anybody else. Like that's the first thing. But the second thing is you can't tolerate disrespect just because you're desperate for that love from that person. If they're not going to give it to you, they're not going to give it to you. There's no point of like, okay, well, yeah, I got caught out of my name, or yeah, they put their hands on me, or whatever the case is, and you're just like, but I don't want to be alone, so I'm just gonna get over it. Like, you should never not love yourself enough to be like, I don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
So I think that's where a lot of toxic relationships, the line get blurred and it just continues for a long time.
Yeah. I like that you said that, man. A lot of people be fearing being alone. I think that's what it is. Yeah, a lot of people fear being alone and they fear starting over in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because especially me, like for example, like after me and her broke up, I didn't want to start over again. You know, in a relationship. But I was like, bro, I don't want to do that shit, man. Like I don't like for what. You know what I mean? So it's I never feared being alone, but when I hear other women and other men that say it, I get what they're saying. I understand it. But I never, me personally, I never care. Like when I'm single, I'm happy. When I'm in a relationship, I'm happy. I'm gonna be happy regardless. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're here with me or not, and so you start causing me stress or start causing me any type of anything that's gonna throw my energy off, then it's like, all right, cool, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? So but a lot of people they don't know how to be happy with themselves. They don't know how to be happy with themselves alone or you know, single, all this other stuff. Like I see girls post all the time, oh my God, I'm single, I hate this. I'm like, bro, hate it for what? Like you focus on you, get back to what makes you happy, and then you just move on. You can't make yourself happy, then you'll need to be with someone that you shouldn't be basing your happiness off someone else making you happy. You should be able to make your own self happy.
Exactly. And if you're not happy within yourself and using somebody else to cope, and this is really like not to be extreme, but that boyfriend, girlfriend can die tomorrow. If you lie your sole happiness in that person, what are you gonna do without them? Like in all reality. And I think a lot of us try to use people as like a coping mechanism. Like you don't like
Yeah.
something about yourself, so you try to seek this love from that person, and that's where
Yeah.
desperation comes in. Like, oh, I don't want to be alone. But you, once you're looking for love and forcing it, you get riffraff. You get people who want to who have the opportunity to manipulate you because you're willing to tolerate and deal with anything just off of the fact that I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
No, like the right people come when you're not looking for it.
Yeah. That's true.
So I think that's like a huge problem within people in general. I still struggle with this, don't get me wrong, but but like it's real. Like, I don't know. Self-love is everything.
That's facts. That's facts. And I'm glad that you got out when you did, man, because you hear these crazy ass stories about these guys doing all this, unspeakable damn things to these girls, man. Like it's sad, man. It's really sad. Y'all got it hard, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all definitely got it hard when it comes to guys, man. Like I complain because I only date women, but I do complain about dating women. But like when I hear y'all stories, man, I'm like, damn, bro, I get it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for y'all, man. It's hard for y'all. Don't give up though. I got faith in you.
Like us women have to be better. Like we're girls, like we hold so much power. Like these
Yeah.
dudes, sorry, I know you're a dude, but it's not worth destroying you end up destroying yourself in the long run.
Yeah.
And they went off and not care. Like, no point. None.
That's real.
Wait, so let's get into these questions. We didn't even answer the question.
Oh, let me get started. Well, okay, hold on. Let me get started. I got you right now. I was liking the dialogue. Hold on. Let me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just talk a lot. Like.
All right. So the first question. If there's one thing you would wish men were understood about women, what would it be? So it could be multiple things. It doesn't have to just be one thing. But what's the main thing that you would want men to understand about women?
I should have done my research prior, right? I think men should. One thing I think men should understand, and obviously this doesn't go for all dudes because not all dudes are crazy, but
Yeah.
just not to get intimidated by your girl trying to better herself. I think a lot of people have like this gender role thing that either A, they want to be the breadwinner of their relationship, family, whatever the case is. Like, don't get intimidated or offended if your girl wants to do something. I remember my mom telling me, it doesn't matter how much money your boyfriend, husband, whatever makes, you never want to be in a position where you need something bad like pads and a dude can tell you no. No. You have to have something for yourself. So yeah, and why would a dude want to take care of a girl solely without her? I just don't get that mindset. Like, why? Maybe you can answer. Why would men want a girl who can't take care of themselves? Like, I don't get it.
I would want, and it's not that I would want her to solely depend on me, but I want to be married to a woman, because that's the only way I'm going to have kids if I get married. I want to have kids with a woman, and I want her to be home with the kids at least until the kids is like 3 or 4, at least. That's like minimum. Like I want my kids to be able to speak in full, complete sentences before they go out to be watched by whoever. So because if something happens, I want them to tell me in detail. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, so that's the main thing. So I would prefer her to be at home with the kids 100%. If she want to work a part-time job, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, I told my ex the same thing. Like, I'll prefer if you just focus on school and then you just do your thing. But she wanted to work. All right, cool, do your thing.
Yeah.
For me, that would be the reason for me. For other men, it was like I was saying earlier, a lot of guys will do stuff like that to put you in a position where you can't leave, you can't, put gas in your car to leave or get a flight or whatever the case may be. Like, they literally want you to be tied down financially to them and solely dependent on them, so you can't go anywhere. That's the whole thing.
Control.
Yeah, it's a financial abuse. It's a financial abuse. So they'll tell you, okay, well, you can't have money because of ABC 1, 2, 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. With that being said, I do believe in having like joint accounts and stuff like that. with her name on it. So if she want to come and take out whatever amount of money, all right, cool, do your thing. There's no limit. You do your thing, as long as you ain't spending it on dumb nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the bills is paid, make sure the kids is fed, and we good. But a lot of guys is like you said, they crazy, they controlling. They'll try to tell you, okay, you don't need to work, and they say stuff like that because they literally want you to be tied to them, begging them
Yeah.
for whatever. So that's how it is, man. That's how it is.
Yeah, and like I said before, there are decent men that financially are in the position to do things like that. But I don't know what's up with these broke dudes telling their girlfriends that you can't work. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna just be poor together. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is that? And, like, if you have money, you're set, you're in the position to, but these broke men, no, it's just no.
They got balls, man. I got some homies. Now for real, I love my homies to death, man. I love my homies to death. I'm gonna say that, but it's they just I don't know, like their choices in not just women, but their choices in like financial like doing things financially, it just doesn't make sense to me, man. I got homies that's older than me, 30, 32 years old, still working a part-time job, trying to control his girl, trying to tell his girl what to do. Like, bro, first of all, you 30 years old, your ass need why don't you have a full-time job? Why don't you have your own place? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still using you and your sister sharing a car? Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I love my homies to death, man, but they just do things so backwards, and he like struggling and not really struggling, but getting mad about what some other girls is doing, what his girlfriend is doing. I'm like, why you worry about what your girl do? You need to be focusing on getting yourself together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. So
they mad at everybody else, but you need to be mad at yourself.
yeah,
And it just goes to show the way somebody treats others is how they feel about themselves. It's not a reflection on that person at all.
yeah.
So no. And and people who act like that and they're broke, sorry. Because I'm broke right now, but I'm just talking about in general, like trying to control others and you're already broke yourself. Like,
Bro,
it kind of forces, especially if you have children or you got the couple shares a household that there's bills, it forces the woman to have to step up and to play that role. So if you want to play that role, play it.
yeah,
Don't be like not trying to take part in your financial responsibilities and telling the next person who doesn't want to get evicted, oh no, you need to sit down. Like, no, no, I just don't understand it. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Nah, trust me. Again, man, it's sad, and the thing about it is, what makes it even more funny. If they're acting like that when they're broke, imagine how they're going to act when they actually get a couple dollars. It's like when they actually get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always say money changes people. I completely disagree. I think money amplifies who you are as an individual. So if you're financially abusive or just abusive in general and you're broke, imagine who that person is when they get a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to be careful. Like all those red flags, man, I tell women all the time, like, y'all have to be careful, man. You have to pay attention to the red flags. You have to pay attention
Yeah.
to the red flags, man. These guys out here, like, they got issues, man. They got issues, and some of them are my homeboys, and I try my best to try to tell them what to do. Seriously, I ain't trying to throw no shade. I ain't trying to throw no shade. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's all, I love my homies to death, but a lot of them, they not making the right decisions. Like, they need to focus on themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here trying to chase girls and be broke. It doesn't make sense to me. No, man.
What is your advice for people who are like newly single, who like been in a relationship for a long time and might not know how to be alone? What is your advice to them?
I believe that however long you were in a relationship, it takes half of that time to fully detach yourself from someone. I have a homegirl I went to high school with. She was married for like 10 or 11 years. She got divorced a year ago. And so she's like, oh, I want to start dating. I'm like, no, don't start dating. You need at least to be single for at least about 4 or 5 years before you can fully detach yourself from that person. So if you were in a relationship with your ex for 4 years, I think you should be single for at least 2 years to fully detach yourself. Yeah, at least minimum. That doesn't mean you can't date. You can still date, obviously, but don't date any guy serious. Let every guy know, hey, yo, listen, I just got a long-term relationship. I'm looking for something serious. We can go out and have pizza or whatever, whatever outing, just chill and relax and get to know each other, and then we'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because what I don't want to happen is for you to date someone immediately after a long-term relationship, rebound on that guy, have that guy fall in love with you, and once you snap out of that rebound and realize he's a rebound, you're going to be completely detached from him, and now you just hurt this guy who's going to go and do it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, that's minimal. However long you were with someone, at least be single for half that time.
Half that time just to get to know you. I feel like you lose yourself when you're with somebody
Yeah, you do.
sometimes for so long. Definitely, like you don't even know, like, what do you do for fun? And I'm like, I don't know, like I would always be with Buddy, like
Yeah.
seriously. But yeah, I think it's something.
Yeah, my first advice for you, man, start back your channel, get back active on social media, because you seem to love it. When I first met you, you was all for it, man. You was killing it.
Yeah, no, he got like really, I guess he would call it insecure. I don't know what it is, but he did not like me on social media. And
It's
I took it as,
insecurities. It's insecurities, yeah.
yeah, I was just like, okay, like maybe I'm actually doing something wrong. I'm like, okay, this person I'll call my best friend is telling me like he doesn't like me doing it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I was being an idiot. You can't let somebody deter you from your dreams or stuff that you just like to do.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know that now, but
And women like social media, man. So it's not like you were doing anything crazy on social media, man. Cause like if you was like out here twerking or something like that, then I'd be like, hey yo, I ain't gonna lie, he got a point. I'd be like, yeah, you
listen,
tripping
I'm
on that.
missing the BBL. I'm missing the BBL. But yeah, no, like it was, I don't know. And I think a lot of women face that too, because nowadays, since we do have social media, you have access to everyone
Yeah.
anywhere. So I guess maybe dudes, correct me if I'm wrong, might think it's like a field of men just sitting there waiting to take their girl, and that's not the case.
Yeah.
Loyalty lies within the person, not the people around them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's an insecurity thing. And a lot of things I tell a lot of guys is if you want to date an attractive woman, please believe you're gonna have guys try to holler at her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. Like if you look at a chick and you think, damn, she cute, or she got a fat ass or fat titties or whatever it is, I guarantee you there's 100 guys that walk past her that thought the exact same thing. So if you're thinking that, like, no, for real, like that, that's how stupid they
Yeah.
are. That's literally how stupid they are. Okay, well, I'm with this badass chick that's a 9 on Instagram, so I should be the only one that's, you know, texting her call. Like, no, that's not how it goes, bro. You're gonna have 100 guys trying to holler at her. You know what I'm saying? Me personally,
Yeah.
I take it as a compliment, man. Like whenever I used to be moving around with whatever chick that I'm with, and I see guys looking back, I'm like, yeah, I know, bro, that ass fat. I know. I
But
look
like,
bad at with them. I'm like, yeah, I know. I
yeah.
see it. I see it. I'm with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I
plus,
take it as a
when
compliment.
someone's in love with you, they're not gonna cheat on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now I'm sorry you had to deal through that. I'm sorry you had to go through all that, bro. I'm sorry.
PTSD.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
PTSD.
Focus on you. Get back enrolled and stuff that you want to do. If you want to go back to school, you can. Get back on social media. Get back posting. Get back. You know what I'm saying? Being consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Doing your own thing. Start anew. That should be your first video. Like, yo, listen. Like, this is what happened with me and my ex. I'm here now. New name, new channel, new blah blah blah. You know
Knew
what I'm saying?
everything.
New
Yeah,
everything. You know what I'm saying? So you can start vlogs about that. Like starting vlogs about how to get over your how you're getting over your ex. You know, you can do something like that.
I'm still struggling, but I can, maybe I
It's
could touch somebody that's going through the same thing. But yeah,
there's a
I
lot of
still,
people that's going through it, man. When I first started doing my relationship videos, I
mhm.
was embarrassed. Like when I did my first one, it's called Knowing When to Leave. When I did my first video, I was embarrassed because I was like, damn, people gonna be laughing at me, this, that, and the third. Like, you know, because a lot of guys usually don't come out and talk about the stuff that they've been through in relationships. And
Yeah,
when I did it, man, I was surprised. I had like a lot of guys in the comments like, yo, bro, I went through the same thing. I got hurt. Da, da, da. I was shocked. I was like, damn. So you never know, man. Like I'm for real. You never know. I almost did not post a lot of my videos because I didn't want people thinking I was, oh damn, you this, you that. But once I posted it, like all, and it's the comments is still there, like all in the comment section. A lot of guys, hey yo, bro, thank you, bro, you did this, that, third, blah blah blah. Like it's crazy, man. So you can be that one. You can be that one.
I know. I feel like just with every like all the experiences I have, I know I'm only 21 years old. I sound like I'm 30, but like I feel like I can help somebody,
Yeah,
honestly. Not everyone
yeah,
has like a family member or a friend that could give them good advice.
yeah.
So I want to definitely do that.
You need to. You should start doing it. That should be your first welcome back video. You know what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
are they gonna like me? Like, no.
You should
But
call your first video. You should call it first day out, first day single.
for
That's what you
real,
call it.
Literally. Oh my gosh. What inspired you to do YouTube?
I
Like
always
first.
wanted to do YouTube. When it first came out, when I was in high school, I was I think I was in middle school. I was in eighth grade, eighth or ninth grade. I can't remember. When YouTube first came out, I always wanted to do. I always thought it was cool, but I was poor as hell. I couldn't afford a camera. And this is back then. This is back when phones had buttons on it. It didn't even have a camera on it, so you need to have a
Yeah.
camcorder. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have internet. I didn't have a recorder, a camera, and I didn't have you know, like a computer to edit the videos on. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to wait. So by the time I got to college, when I was final, I was like, man, you know what, let me just do it. It was like 10 years in the making, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I just hit the ground running, man. I don't know. But I always wanted to do YouTube. I always wanted to do YouTube. I just never had the materials for it. So
I remember you passing out little cards with your YouTube name when you first started. I remember those days. Yes.
don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. Oh my God. Don't even embarrass me.
I remember it.
It worked, man. It worked.
But you
I got like
stayed
a quick 80
consistent.
subs that night. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, you stay consistent. That's what matters. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I've tried YouTube like 3 different times and just nope. Like
I'm telling you right now, the key is to keep posting. That's the key, number one. Um, YouTube is raising the requirements again. By the time I first started, I think it was like 1,000 subscribers, and then that was it. Then they moved it to 1,000 subscribers and 2,000 hours watched. Then was 3,000, 4,000, and now it's 4,000 in 12 months. So yeah, it's
4,012 months.
4,000
Wow.
hours in 12 months. Yeah. So
That's
they're raising it again from what I'm hearing in the summer to 1,500 subscribers and 5,000 hours watched in 12 months. So try you have to do it, man, because it's on. They're going to keep upping the requirement. So
yeah, because
you have to do it
everybody's
now.
trying to jump on YouTube now. So
Yeah.
especially after the pandemic, I think a lot of like YouTube personalities really started out
Yeah.
during the pandemic because you're home.
Yeah.
So they're catching on.
Yeah.
Ah,
You got to do it, man. Like the pandemic really helped me, man. Like a lot of people was watching like my videos, like my watch time hours shot through the roof during the pandemic. Like I guess people was at home not doing nothing. I
more
guess.
like yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. It's crazy. Or I see like people who like blow up.
Yeah.
Like they post a video and they're like, no one's gonna watch it for real, and it
Yeah.
boom. You never know, honestly. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's how my homie Marv. I don't know if you know him. He used to go here. Marvin. He has a channel called Day to Day Marv. He blew up. I think he has like 10,000 or 13,000 subscribers now. And when he first started, he only had like 2,000 and some change. So he really started blowing up, man. So it's possible.
whoa.
You just have to keep posting. That's literally the main thing. You have to keep posting to be able to get your name in the algorithms. Once you get your name in the algorithms, that's coming up in the search bar. Like you get recommended. Your channel get recommended a lot more. Like now my
Yeah,
channel, a lot of my videos are being watched, like 20-30% of my videos is being recommended from someone else's channel because my name is up in the algorithm. So that's how it goes. So I'm trying to get my name up there to the point where every time you finish watching the video, my name will be there.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to go to. That's what I'm trying to go to.
That's good goals though. I'm so proud of you. I remember when you first started, I was like, oh wow, like you were passing out. I'm like, okay. And now you're like
you,
full flex.
you just unlocked the memory, man. That was embarrassing. Oh my God.
No, it was not.
It was. I
It's
remember I gave
inspiring.
one girl my car, and she's like, I'm not gonna watch you. I was like, oh damn, okay, my bad.
Really?
I was like, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Now when the blow up happens,
Oh,
okay,
listen.
when the blow up happens, she's not even gonna be able to come in contact with you, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, I remember when."
Yeah.
She
Uh
remembered.
huh.
Seriously.
Yeah, I can't deal with them people, man. I can't deal with them people. I mean, it is what it is, man. I learned a lot being here, man. I'm telling you right now, if this is really what you want, you have to get back out here. You got to be consistent. You got to touch on like all the current event topics and stuff like that. Those are like free views, like all my current event views. Like videos I have instant 1,000, 10,000 views. I did the video, the Mike Hugabook. You remember? I don't know if you remember Mike Hugabook, the 6-year-old guy that married his 18-year-old stepdaughter, or
Wait,
daughter-in-law or something like that.
wait. I
Yeah.
think I've heard something like that, but I
Yeah.
don't remember the details.
He's like, so he was the godfather to the girl, so he literally knew this girl since birth. Like since birth, he knew the girl since birth.
Was she like, was she, no, she wasn't adopted. Did he like pick her up from school?
No, no. So he
This
knew he was
year?
friends with her mom. He was sleeping with her mom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's the whole thing about like they was sleeping. He was sleeping with her mom on and off.
I think, and she went to school and disappeared, and she was really with Buddy.
Yeah, she was with him. Yeah, yeah. She ran away and she was with him. The mom ended up getting locked up. I think she was
Wait,
locked up for like 6 years or something like that.
wait,
Yeah.
why?
I think gun
You know?
charges. Yeah, the mom was like in her 30s or 40s. She had gun charges, so she was locked up for like 5-6 years. The little girl ran away from whatever she ran away from, and so by the time they found her, she was with him. You know what I mean? And so everybody was like, "Yo, like, how long were you sleeping with this little girl?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So, so
Oh, no.
yeah, so I did that video. So that video got like instant 10,000 views, man. I was so surprised. I was like, how the hell did this damn video shot up so quick? So it's possible. It takes literally one video for you to get your name up. So
Yeah.
and I was not expecting for that video to blow up the way they did. I did like 3 or 4 videos. Each of those videos like 10,000, 15,000 views. I was like, what the hell? I was so shocked, man. I was shocked.
You know who have videos get a lot of views too? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember. You remember Gabby Petito, the girl whose boyfriend choked her out in the woods somewhere, and he drove
Oh
back and
yeah,
forth.
yeah,
Those crime channels get so many views. Like they were updating people on what was going on, and the whole country is searching for him because he disappeared. So it was a
yeah.
whole thing. Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. I'm telling you. And he's another one. He's another crazy ass damn guy that was that guy.
Controlling.
I don't get it, man. Like I don't get what these guys what do you expect? Like if you don't want anybody looking at your girl, then date an unattractive and ugly girl. Like I don't see what's a problem. Like if you're gonna date a beautiful ass
Yeah.
girl, then you're gonna have guys look at her. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, like I love like women that's figured and stuff. I love attractive women, period. But I love women that's figured. My ex, she was shaped. She's Caribbean. She had a very nice shape. She I'm trying to tell you, every time we went somewhere, guys will turn around and look at her ass. I was sitting there now, yes, bro. I know it's fat. I know, bro. Like I know it looks good. I know. Just don't touch it. We good. Look from a distance. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I get it. I get it, man. But a lot of these guys is they shouldn't be in a relationship, period, number one, but they shouldn't be with these women because like all the attention that they're getting is really making them sick and they feel some type of way. They feel like people are trying their manhood. And it's like, bro, it's not even that. She's just an attractive woman. People are going to assume that it's free game. Once they find out you're in a relationship, they're going to fall. Well, most guys, if I find out you're in a relationship, I'm going to fall back. But other guys will try to shoot their shot
Be
anyways.
bold.
A lot of guys are bold. Yeah, a lot of guys are bold. Me personally, if I find that you're in a relationship, then I'm gonna fall back. I dated this Haitian girl. I was unaware of this, obviously, but I dated this Haitian girl. Come to find out,
Wow.
yeah, I had to put that out there.
What happened?
No, bro, we was dating for like what are they, 5, maybe 6 months, something like that. Like me and her was like messing around on and off for like 5-6 months. Whole time she was in a relationship, I didn't even know. The only reason why I found out was because her best friend told me. Her best friend told me out of jealousy. Her best friend told me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy, man. She was just like, oh, well, you're dating her and this, that, and the third, and she's not even that attractive. Like she was so jealous of her friend. I'm like, yo, like y'all, I don't get, why do y'all women? That's my question to you. Why y'all women don't like each other? Like, what's going on?
Oh, let me tell you about these females. These females, I'm telling you, and it's what's so crazy is like your biggest haters mostly are the closest people to you.
Yeah,
Like you might not care about the random person that has something to say or like person you don't know. The closest people to you, family, friends, be your biggest haters.
yeah,
And I just think women were born into like a kind of like a competitive society where you're like taught that from birth that you have to be the best, you have to be the prettiest, the smartest, just to be accepted by men, which is ridiculous to me.
yeah,
But it stems from there. So it puts you in a mindset that every woman around you, you're trying to like one up. And I
yeah,
think that is toxic. I don't believe in it, but you see it a lot, like best friends turning on each other. Because if she was a true best friend, she wouldn't have told you.
yeah, 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 bro.
Seriously, I
They
mean, you should
like
have been told, but
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. No, but I mean,
No.
all on their Instagram, they're on both of each other's Instagram. Like they have, like they're in their bio, they have each other's name LinkedIn and everything, like BFFs forever or whatever crap they said. But she was just basically like on some, oh, she's not even all that, she's not even that attractive. Why are you dating her? And this, that, and third, that. And I'm just, mind you, this is her best friend. I'm looking at her like, bro, I'm so confused. What is going on? I thought y'all was cool. Like, what happened?
The same best friend that be calling her ugly behind her back, be like, twin,
Yeah.
twin.
She
No.
was she was going in. I don't have a Snapchat, so she pulled up her Snapchat and was showing me that she was in a relationship with some guy. And it's sure enough, she posted on her story like 15 or 16 hours ago. She's like, "Oh, my baby, 2 years strong, this, that, and the third." Mind you, we've been sleeping together for like the last 5 months. I'm just like,
Oh my,
wait, what?
oh my gosh. But that's messed up though. Like
Yeah,
that was not
yeah,
right. But it'd be different if she came out and be like, oh, I want to tell you because this is wrong. Like she's like, no,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you because I'm trying to snatch you. Like,
Yeah. That's what it was. That's literally what it was. Because after I was like, yo, I'm done with her. And I didn't tell her to this day, she still don't know why I ended it with her. But I just told her like, yo, bro, I'm done. I can't do this no more, blah, blah, blah. She's like, what happened? She's like, oh, well, I see that you had a boyfriend. She's like, who? Wait, who? She was like, oh, like, accusing me of having a catfish account because she know I don't have a Snapchat and stuff like that. I'm
yeah.
like, bro, like, don't. She's like, oh, you have a catfish account. What's the name? I'm going to delete it now. And that I'm like, bro, no, you're good. Like, we straight.
And that's besides the point. Like
Exactly,
you're
trying to deflect,
you're
try,
cheating. Like what you trying to come after me? Like what?
trying to deflect. And so I was like, yo, I'm out. I wish you the best. And then that's what she finally told me. She's like, oh well, I cheat on him because he always cheats on me and this and that. I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Sure enough, like the next day or 2 days after, whatever, her best friend hits me up on some, oh, is it over between y'all two? I'm like, yeah, man, that's a wrap. She's like, oh, well, my mom just left. I don't know if you want to come over and chill. I was like, oh, hold on, wait, hold on. I
I'll
was
be
like,
like,
no,
you
we
were
good,
plotting.
bro. I wish you the
Plotting.
best. I wish you the best. My homie was like, bro, you should have hit a home. I was like, I should have, man, because I was so mad. I should have. I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna do it, man. I wish you the best. I cut all their ass off. I wish y'all the best. I hope y'all find whatever y'all find and keep that moving, man. So yeah,
I don't like that's like not a genuine friend either. Even though like the friend is like okay, like she's questionable, but that's not a genuine friend either.
yeah.
I don't know. I've had a best friend almost get me kicked out of school, so
That don't
yeah.
sound like a best friend to me. That don't sound like a best friend.
No, with Rocket the girl, you know her too.
Oh, I don't. Well, wait, what?
We're rock with her every day. We studying. Like, oh girl, we have this test coming up. Everything.
I
Almost got
think
me
I
kicked
remember.
out of
I
school.
think I remember. She's black.
Yeah.
I think I remember. I think she was like Canadian or something like that, or something. Canadian? Yeah. Okay. I know you said. Okay. All right. I know. Okay. All right. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then that friendship was like a breakup. Like it
Yeah.
was dramatic. I was like, mm-mm. Nah. It's weird. Like females are weird. Like I said, it's a competitive mindset a lot of women are grown up in and it's just toxic. Like not everybody is supposed to be competing with you. You're in your own lane.
She tried to get you kicked out of school, man. That's a wrap. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't like school. My like anything dealing with my education or my job. You try to get me kicked out of school. You try to get me fired from my job. Like it's a wrap. Like bro, you're dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap. So
That is a
that's sad.
story time for a different day. But
We're gonna talk about that off camera because I need to know. Now I know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
that was wild as hell. Like
I'm so sorry,
wild.
bro. I don't know why people keep trying you, man. What's going on? Everybody just feel like they
I
want to
don't
try
know
you.
because I'm just like I'm stubborn. That's the thing. Because everybody who I think I have bad experiences with, like friends or whatever, there's red flags that I would just miss on. Like I'll be like, no, but they do all these good things. No, and no, I'm just stubborn. Like that's my problem.
What do you think is the difference between building a man and building with a man?
Um, I feel like the difference. Okay, so I feel like building a man and building with a man, there's a big difference, right? But they could all like coincide at the same time, I guess. So I feel like building a man is when you neglect yourself and you're like, oh, bae, you need to do this, get yourself together. And when he has his degree and his money and everything, he's gonna look
Yeah.
at you and be like, but what are you doing with your life? And run off with a different girl. Like, and you're just gonna be butthurt. You're just gonna be butthurt. Like everything that I've done for you,
Yeah.
building with a man is you're also focusing on yourself in the
Yeah.
meantime as helping your boyfriend, girlfriend, which I think is the right way to go about things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, cause dudes, you see it all the time, like women, like, oh, I've been with him for like 7 years and he just got up and left now and everything that I've
Yeah.
done for him and someone else is gonna reap the benefits. Like, yes, because you didn't do nothing that whole time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, how do you feel about it?
No, I agree. I agree. I think I don't think if you're in a relationship with a guy or dating a guy, I don't think that you should be building him up to do anything. Number one, first of all, I believe that a man shouldn't even be dating or in a relationship with a woman until he has at least a full-time job, his own car, own place. You know what I'm saying? You know, in
Yes.
case in the event that, you know, you get pregnant, all right, cool. I can put you, I got a full-time job, I'll put you and the baby up under my insurance. You know what I'm saying? So that's standard for me. So a woman should not be building any damn man up, man. I think a man shouldn't be dating anybody seriously until he's like 25, 27. That's around the time where he really started getting himself together.
Yeah.
I started getting myself together around 20, 21, 22. I got a full-time job at 20, 21, 20, 21, 22. So going on what, 6, 7, almost 7 years now. Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, that's my whole mindset on it. That's my whole mindset. Like you should not be building up a man anyway. Like I'm not saying he has to have a house and all this, that, and the third, but at least have a room. You should be having your own something, you know what I'm saying? Definitely your own car, definitely a full-time job. Like that's minimum. If you broke as hell, like my homies that don't got us together, like I'll be telling them, like, bro, you
Sorry,
shouldn't be,
homies. We need
bro,
a
I
button.
wish them
Sorry,
the
homies.
best. I wish my homies the best, man. I ain't got nothing but love for them, but they just got their mindset and their priorities is just in the wrong place, man. Like they constantly chasing after women. A lot of them broke as hell, calling me, asking me to let me borrow your car. I need to pull this chick up real quick. What? No, you're not borrowing my car. You crazy? I know, bro. That's not happening. That's not happening. I got homies that'll call me and be like, hey, yo, bro, let me borrow your place for the weekend. This, that, and third. Like I went to I
Borrow
went to
your place so you can sleep with your female in my bed or my
in my bed.
couch,
No, bro, you
making
must have
food
lost
in
your
my
mind.
kitchen.
No,
No.
bro. No, that's not happening. I'm sorry. Because I take trips often, man. Like I'm supposed to go to LA in about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to be there for like 4 days. I was in Indiana 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, 2 months ago. It was December. 2 months. Damn, it's been 2 months already. Damn, that's crazy. It felt like just yesterday. I was
Right?
in so I was in Indianapolis, Indiana, in December. I was there for like 4 or 5 days, you know, during the holidays and stuff like that, just chilling with some families and stuff. And some mom was like, bro, let me borrow the key real quick. I said, key to what? Well, I just need to let me just use the spot, man. I'm gonna have a little baby come through. I'm like, bro, no, that's all right. He got mad at me because I said no. I'm like, no, bro, you're not
Oh
coming in.
no.
No, that's not happening, bro. I wish you the best, man. No. And a lot of my friends, they're older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at them on some, yo, you should be having at least what I have, if not better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
And when it comes to like building a man or whatever, that's a problem I had. Like I said, I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
And I feel like what a lesson I've learned now that I would have told myself at 18 is like setting standards for yourself matters.
Yeah.
When I
That's
was
facts.
18, just living life, like I didn't care whether or not you're going to school, if you had a job or not, if you could run the streets with me, that's all that mattered. No, because the same broke boyfriend is gonna turn into a broke baby dad, a
Yeah.
broke husband, and like no, it
Yeah.
matters. Mindset of a person and seeing their ambitions matter.
That's facts.
It matters.
That's
Like,
facts.
oh my gosh, because that's how you end up in like situations that you're setting yourself up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like no, like once you start realizing, okay, this person doesn't have an ambition, they're not trying to do anything, they don't have goals, like don't stay with him and be like, oh no, he's my man, I'm gonna stick beside him, I need to encourage. No, those are things you're born with. Like, no.
No,
No,
trust
no,
me.
no, no, no.
Again, like I said, I just feel sorry for a lot of women, man. Like I see it time and time again. Like with broke guys, I seen girls like complaining about she had like 2 kids from some guy, and so she
Yeah.
like screenshotted the messages and she was like, yo, like, can you believe I asked my baby daddy for like if he can buy diapers for his child, and he said no, he ain't have it. I'm like, damn, that's tough. Like, you ain't got $20 for diapers, sir? Like, that's insane, bro. That's insane.
And
$20? What is
fault?
$20?
You know whose fault that is? Hers.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you had a baby for him. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, because you think, oh, he's gonna change, especially we're about to have a kid. He's gonna no.
No,
If he didn't do it before the kid, he's not doing it afterwards.
that's
Okay?
facts.
No,
That's
no.
facts. Yeah.
And babies don't keep men. I know that has nothing to do with anything, but it's thrown out. Babies don't keep them, okay? Because he'll run off with Sally. Anyways, so
That's
sorry. I
facts.
just
No, you good. Hey, listen. You go ahead, do your thing. I'm not stopping you. You saying everything
yeah,
I would say.
no.
You
Do you
saying
believe in
everything I would
building
say.
a woman?
I wouldn't mind building I mean, not really built molding. Yes, I believe molding. Not really. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the same. I don't know if that's the same thing. Building and molding. I think it's different. I
I
think I
think
think
it's
it's
different.
different.
Like building is like, I guess from the ground up, like you're
Yeah.
trying to turn them into somebody.
Yeah.
Molding is they have the ambition and everything already, and you're helping them get to their goals that they have for themselves already.
Yeah.
Not building where they didn't have goals from the first place and you're forcing them to go to school, forcing them to do something with their life. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
I don't think I can be with a woman that doesn't have some type of first of all, like, number one, you got to have some type of femininity in you. That's number one. You got to be able to compromise. I mean, I don't really care if you have an education or not. I just want you to be family oriented, like stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, like the basic
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man, because I honestly, again, nowadays I date with purpose. So if I'm dating you, it's because I seriously see us being married. You know what I'm saying? But which is rare. I don't really date often. But when I do, it's like, hey, yo, listen, like, I'm trying to see where this goes. I want to take you serious. If it goes good, it's good. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. I just find another one. But I'm just at that point in my life where it's just like, bro, if we're not on the same page, it's a wrap. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not arguing. Granted, there is arguments in relationships, that's, that's a given, but like serious committed argument, serious like fights and arguments, like me arguing with you about you being at a guy's house or something like that's like common sense. I shouldn't have to tell you stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't
Yeah,
have.
exactly. Like,
Yeah, it's like simple stuff, man. Simple stuff. Like, I have guys that hits me up and like, hey, yo, well, my girlfriend went to hang out with some guy on her lunch break. Do you think I should be tripping? And I'm like, not exactly. He's like, oh, well, she's her ex. Oh, okay, yeah, then yeah, definitely you should be tripping. That's not a hangout. That's a
that's not no random dude now. That
exactly.
is.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, please. She had some dessert after that lunch too. She had that.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Ah!
certain things, man, like common sense things I shouldn't have to say to you, man. I'm not gonna tell you, don't be having guys, hug you certain way, or you know what I'm saying. I shouldn't have to say those type of things, man. Like, it's just common sense things. Like, I'm very laid back in my opinion. I think I'm very laid back. I don't sit there and control you. I don't sit there and tell you, oh, you got to be home by 2 or 3 or whatever. Like, no, but you want to go out with your homegirls at a club and do whatever. We live in Florida. There's like a million clubs here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So do your thing, be safe. All right, cool. Let me know when you make it back, and we good. But I'm not going to be sitting up there, checking your location, all that. I don't got time for that stuff, bro. Like, I got stuff to do. I'm
Being
grown.
a parole officer.
I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. And I didn't even know what that was up until, I want to say, a year and a half ago. I had no idea what that meant. Like, I had a guy that was asking me for like a relationship advice, and he was like, "Oh, well, she will always turn off her location after a certain time." I'm like, "What is that? What is that? Like, what does that mean? You have a tracking device on her?" He's like, "No, her location." I'm like, "I don't know what that means, bro. What are you talking about?" Like, how do you know
No,
where you're at all the time? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, they would share locations with each other on their phones or whatever. And then I guess like after 8 or 9 p.m. or whatever, she would turn her location off. Like, she would deliberately do it on purpose. And so I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. She probably, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a
that
day.
sounds suspect.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
gotten cussed out in the middle of the night over location. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. First, it was set up like, okay, share your location indefinitely for emergencies. So I didn't live with Buddy at the time, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I get a call in the middle of the night, like, oh, where are you? This and that is saying that you're not home, and I was literally laying in the bed, so it glitches.
Yeah.
It glitches, and I'm like, okay, this is too much because I feel like I'm being on watch, and I'm not even doing nothing. I think trust issues, unless you're doing it for emergencies or you're about to go somewhere that you don't know what's about to happen to you or whatever, okay, cool. But a daily basis, like I need to know and have availability, check where you are every 2 seconds. Like I don't think that's healthy.
I agree.
There's no trust there.
No, I definitely agree. I don't have time for stuff like that, bro. Like I said, I got too much. I got stuff to do. I'm not gonna be sitting there checking my. Oh, let me see where you at. No, bro, I ain't doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. My homegirl tell me all the time, like, yo, bro, you too laid back. You need to be putting your foot down. I'm like, no, bro, I don't. No, bro. If you want to go out, go out. You want to have fun, have fun. I don't even care if like, for example, if I'm dating a girl and she has a male friend and they go out to eat or something like that, like me personally, I want to take that as offensive. A lot of guys take that as offensive. I don't see that as offensive. Like, bro, she's gonna have guy friends. Like, you think you get in a relationship with her and she cuts off all her guy friends? Like, no, that's not how it goes. If they've been going out doing whatever they were doing before you, they're gonna be doing that during you. Again, like as long as I don't have to say anything as far as like keeping it respectful and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like we're good, bro. Like we're good.
Yeah.
I personally don't see. I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's something wrong with me. I don't see it as anything bad. I personally just don't care. I don't think of it like that. I just think of it as, hey, yo, you going out with your with your homeboy. Because I do that with my homegirls. I got homegirls that I've never slept with. We'll go out to go get something to eat and do whatever, and it's literally like just a good time. And we go our separate
It's just
ways.
a good time.
Exactly, and that's it. So, yeah, I don't see it as a problem. I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah, it's all about trust.
No trust, there's no relationship.
There's none. Like you end up being a parole officer. Like, and that's not the type of relationship you want. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's not worth the stress, honestly.
So why do you think so many women are offended by the question, what do you bring to the table?
Because I bring everything to the table.
Oh, here we go.
I am the table. Okay, nah. Like I think only women who do not bring anything to the table would get offended by that. Unless you are no, let me stop. Let me think. Okay, I do ask what do you have to bring to the table. It's kind of offensive, like I guess from my point of view, it's like you're not seeing what I bring to the table. If you're asking me, like, what do you mean? Like, you don't see my value, my worth, what I be doing? I don't know. And if you really, I don't know. I feel like it's offensive because you don't, aren't you supposed to see it?
Yeah.
Is that weird? Like, what do men think?
I think in my honest opinion, once I reached a certain level, like in a dating world, um, I knew that I would be, especially from the stuff that I hear from different women that's dating men. I knew that I was put in a position to have like the pick of the litter of the women that I want. And once I realized that, I think I raised my standards as far as dating. So whatever that you quote unquote bring to the table, 9 times out of 10, I already brought it to the table already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to show me why I'm going to bring you here in my house to do whatever it is. Because again, like I said, I date with purpose now. I'm not like 19 years old, just like dating just to smash whatever girl. Like, no, I'm actually dating because I want to be in a serious committed relationship. I want to be married. I want to start having kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm turning 30 soon, man. Like, so it's a wrap. I ain't got time to be. Yeah, man. I'm getting up there, bro. I'm getting up there. Like I'm the oldest out of 6. All of my siblings, like my oldest brother's like 14. He's about to be turning 15 in the summer, and like he got a girlfriend now and everything. I'm just like, I'm getting old. Like, oh my, I was just teaching you like a year ago. What you talking about? What you mean you got a girlfriend? What you
You're
talking
like my chest.
I'm like, bro, I'm legit getting old, man. I'm legit getting old. So it's just like, yeah, it's time for me to settle down. I don't really got time for that. But running back and forth, sleeping with like different girls, all that like that. It was fun while it lasted. I'm like, now I'm trying to settle down, get myself in order and all this, that, and third. Because I want to start buying my house. Not in Florida, but yeah, I'm trying to get out of Florida, man, because I don't want to buy a house here. I don't want to buy a house in Florida. I don't
Where
want
would you go?
to.
Like Georgia?
Georgia is one. Georgia, Texas, Las Vegas has very nice houses and cheap. Arizona, like those places. I'm
And
leaning
Las Vegas
towards,
pays good money.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm leaning towards Dallas, Texas. I really want to move to Dallas. Dallas has very beautiful houses, man. Like the housing market in Florida is so trash. They charging like $500,000 for a 2-bedroom. Like it's insane. It's so stupid
For
here.
a box.
For a
A
box,
box of roaches.
a
$1
box
million.
in the middle of the damn hood. In the middle of the
In the
hood.
middle of the hood. Like I I don't get it, but the market for sure is going to crash.
Yeah,
Like the inflation has been going on for too long, so eventually it's gonna.
yeah,
And that's the time to buy houses. So
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's legit where I am, man. Like I'm just trying to get myself in order, you know what I'm saying? Buy whatever property I need to buy. You know what I'm saying? If I do get this promotion in my job, then it's cool. I'll probably stay for like another year or two and then, you know, save up and then leave. But other than that, that's where I am now. I'm just trying to save my money up, start school, move up, move out. And that's
yeah.
move outside of Florida and just continue with my life. So for you to come in my life, because again, like I said, I would prefer for you to be home with the kids. You're going to be living rent free, doing this, that, and a third, whatever. I know how to, again, like I said, I'm the oldest out of 6, so I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it my whole life for all my siblings. You know what I'm saying? I moved out I moved out my mom's place, 2000. I finished my bachelor's 2016. I moved out a year after, so 2017. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Oh
been on.
wow.
Yes, I've been on for like the last 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? So, even like I said again, even when I do invite girls over to my place, which is rare, I don't invite everybody over to my place. But even when I do invite girls over to my house, it's just like to understand, like, yo, listen, like this is my place of peace. I ain't trying to be dealing with no nonsense, no argument, none of that stuff. If you trying to come here with all
Yeah.
that, just stay out. Just stay out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. But that's my answer for that. Like, um you literally have to show me what it is that whatever it is that you have, whatever you possess, because 9 times out of 10 everything that you're going to bring me to the table is either already here or I can find it from another woman, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, now that you say that, I see what you mean. Cause like girls be like, I can cook, I can clean. Like, okay, what about the men who do that for themselves? That's been single. That's been so
yeah,
something's got to cut it. Like,
yeah,
what else? You know?
yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like if you find somebody that you can grow with, it's the most fruitful relationship than trying to drag somebody along with you. Definitely.
yeah.
Because if they not bringing anything, it's kind of like just dragging. You're not moving upwards.
No, that's real, and I don't ask for much, man. Just come to the relationship. um First of all, again, like being feminine, I hate arguing, man. Again, like I said, I know we're gonna argue, but I don't want to argue about bitter stuff. Like if I forget to sit the damn chicken out to thaw, like I don't want to be arguing for an hour about why I forgot to sit the chicken out. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, hey, my bad, I messed that up. Let me go buy some food. That's it. Like that. End of discussion. I shouldn't have to. Oh, but you were supposed to, like, bro. What? Why are we arguing about? Like, bro, I just said my bad. Like it's a wrap. Just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Some females glorify that though.
Yeah. And those
They
are the ones
like
I avoid.
glorify those toxic, like, no.
I don't,
No.
I don't have time, and they can only do that to a certain caliber of men. Like when they start getting around guys that got their stuff together, you know what I'm saying? As far as like finances and education, whatever, they can't do stuff like that, man. I got guys that's my friends that's clearing $200,000-$300,000 a year, and they'll tell me the same thing. Like, yo, listen, I'm not dealing with no chick that has ABC or something. Like they'll be quick to throw a chick out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they do that to certain types of men. When I put myself around whatever woman, like no, bro, I'm not going to even demand respect or anything like that. It should be already implied once we start talking to each other right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Once you start doing and saying stuff like, bro, I'm out. I cut off a lot of people in my family. I cut off a lot of friends. I don't deal with stuff like that, bro. I just don't. I don't go back and forth. Like I'm grown, man. I'm not about to no. Like that's a wrap. We
Yeah, like some girls brag about beating a dude and stuff like that. And I'd be like, oh.
couldn't have been me. I'm not dealing with that.
You're like, oh, okay. I
I'm
mean,
not, I'm not dealing with that. I wish them the best. If guys want to go through all that nonsense, man, some guys go through that because they have no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I get on a lot of guys so much. I'm like, yo, listen, you need to be full-time job, on car, on place, to demand whatever it is that you're trying to demand from whatever woman that you want. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
your ass is working at Checkers, making $500 every 2 weeks, and you can't really demand much from a woman. I mean, you could demand something
Yeah.
from like young girls, like the young and dumb ones. That's why a lot of guys prefer to go after the young ones, like the 18 and
Yeah.
19-year-old girls, because they can tell them anything. To a
They're
19-year-old,
like, oh, my boyfriend got a car, so have a baby with me. No. No.
yeah, yeah, no, legit. That's legit. That's
Yeah.
literally how it is, man. That's literally how it is, and it's hilarious, man. Like when I talk to like a lot of girls, especially like the young ones that's like 20, 22, like, you got your own place? I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, can I see? I'm like, why is that so, like, is it really that serious? Like, it's really that bad? A lot of guys don't have it together, bro. A lot of guys don't have it together. It's sad, man. It's really sad.
Do not have it together at all.
Be selective. Be selective. That's all I can say. I'm for real. It's
Like I
bad.
said, standards matter. They matter.
Man, trust me. I can't deal with that, man. I don't I think it's your question about the BBL question.
Yeah.
You want to ask?
Oh, let me read it.
I was about to read it. I was like, I don't know if you want me to read it for you.
Okay, so social media has been influencing women's bodies from, I guess, the beginning, but now, definitely, I think social media is having an even bigger impact on how women view their bodies.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, do you think social media distorts the current body image of women?
Yeah. I definitely do, man. A lot of women, I don't know why, like, some women want to get like these, like, ass shots and injections, breast implants and stuff like that. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get, like, I was talking to this one slim chick, and like, I'm not gonna lie, she was very slim. She didn't really have, like, a breast like that or anything like that, or even ass like that. But I'm like, bro, I didn't care. Like, bro, I'm grown. I'm still finna smack on it. Like, I'm like, I'm still gonna bite on it. Like,
It jiggle.
it jiggled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people have their whole mindset invested on social media, thinking that their body's supposed to look like this or look like that. When you get around a guy that a real guy that just doesn't care and loves you for you, like, bro, we're gonna accept it regardless. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
when I dealt with her every other day, she was constantly talking about, she was like literally looking up prices on breast implants and this, that, and the third. Oh, I'm going to Dr. Miami. Oh, I'm gonna go to Dr. Miami. Oh, I'm gonna use my income tax. I'm going to Dr. I'm like, bro, don't do it. Do not do it. And she went to get it. She got a breast implant. It just does not look good. Now she looks like a pencil with like a balloon on it, because she got like a really big size. And now she's complaining about her breast size. And so I'm like, so why, like, and I told you not to get it. Why did you get it? You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like,
yeah,
a lot of the plastic surgeons, they feed on like the insecurities of women, especially like especially their bodies, and that's why they're trying to lower the requirements. Now I think you can be 14 years old, you can get plastic surgery. You can be 14, you can get what is it, the nose one, what is it called, a rhinoplasty or something like that.
rhinoplasty.
Yes, you can get your nose done at 14, you can get your lips done at 15. I think they're trying to lower the requirement to 16, 17. You can get your breasts done. You know what I'm saying? And so they're doing stuff like that to these young ass girls who's not even fully developed yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, like T.I. daughter had her, she had eye surgery, she had lip surgery, and I think she had her cheeks done at like 17. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, this girl's not even fully developed. Like, at least let her become fully developed first. You know what I'm
And
saying?
what's sad is Ti's daughter, one of her eyes actually started giving problems when it came to vision because of that surgery. That is illegal in the US that she went to Africa for. Yeah, no, not gonna lie, I was thinking about getting a BBL because I was like,
Don't do it.
but I don't know. A
Please.
lot of girls don't wake up from this surgery, and people don't know that.
That's how
Here in the
That's how
US,
Kanye
in
West died.
Miami.
That's how Kanye West's mom died. People forgot his mom died, and trying to
Oh,
get,
really?
yeah, his mom died trying to get some, I think she was trying to get, like her tummy tucked or something like that. I think, what was she trying to get? Like, she was trying to get something, and she died, and that's how she died. That's literally how she died, trying to get some plastic, whatever plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? So like it happens, man. I wouldn't want anybody to get any of that, man. Like if you're not pleased with how your body look, get in the gym. You'll be surprised at how much the gym can transform your body. You know what I'm saying? And some people just aren't built like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, the heaviest I've been was like 160, 165. Of course, obviously, I want to be 200 pounds of muscle, but it's just I'm not built that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have to accept that. A lot of women, you're not going to be able to have naturally big breasts or big ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got it, then okay, cool, congratulations. But there's a lot of slim girls that doesn't have that. So you need to be happy with that. There's guys that like slim girls. Like me personally, I don't care. I will prefer for you to have some ass on you, but if not, it is what it is. I'm not gonna trip and
Yeah.
pound you on it, you know. So
I think with it too, the ideal body image changes all the time. Early 2000s during America's Next top model, saying that you had a fat ass was offensive. Like, oh, don't say all of it. Now it's like, look at my ass. I got it done. Like, it's different. It's always gonna change. 5 years from now, the ideal girl's gonna look different. I remember slim thick was a thing during the early like 2000 teens, like 2013. Now it's like the BBL body. So chasing it, you're never gonna find fulfillment. And also, I think it's toxic to follow a whole bunch of girls who don't resemble or look like you on social media. You're gonna think it like mentally makes you think that everybody looks like this. But unless you're going to Diamond Dolls, even the girls who naturally have big boobs, where do you see these bodies in regular life? Because I'll go outside, I'll go to the supermarket, and I don't see them.
yeah,
It's not real.
yeah.
It's not real. And I think that's where social media is messing up. And especially you're saying that kids at 14 could get plastic surgery. You don't even know what your natural body's full potential would have looked like before you started messing with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't even date women that's got their body done. Unless if I know about it ahead of time, I'm not gonna date you like that, seriously, man. Because I don't that's how much I don't agree with it. That's literally how
Yeah.
I do not agree with it. I hate the whole fact of it. And it doesn't even feel real. It doesn't even feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever touched like someone that actually got their body done. It doesn't feel real. It
Yeah, I
feels
touch like fake boobs and it's hard.
yeah, it's very hard and it's firm. Like it barely moves, and that's the stuff I like to see. I like to see them moving everywhere. That's what I want to see. But it just sits there and it's all. I'm just like, nah, this don't really do it for me, man. Like it's not. Nah, I'm good on all that. So you know what I'm
I'm
saying.
sorry I keep looking away. My uncle kept calling and I was like hanging up like sorry.
Do you think what time is 7:30? Yeah, because I'm gonna close up everything soon. I'm gonna lock up everything.
Okay.
If you have to go, it's fine. We'll do a part two later on or tomorrow if you have time tomorrow.
Oh, I could finish.
Okay. All
Did you
right, go ahead.
finish?
No, go ahead. We're good because I still got another 20 minutes, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, how does social media affect young men when it comes to thinking about where they should be in life?
I think it affected a lot of guys. I'll even throw myself in there. I think it affects a lot of us guys because we're constantly like men. We get judged in the dating world. We get judged on the things that we have. You know what I'm saying? So me growing up poor, my mom had me when she was in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was young as hell, so I grew up poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up poor. I lived in the hood my whole damn life. I didn't move out the hood until I want to say 2022 ish, somewhere around there. Um, so I spent my whole life in the hood. I didn't have anything, bro. I barely had name brand shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't afford anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when MySpace and Facebook and all the other stuff came out, and I started seeing guys that had $5,000 shoes on, I'm looking like, what the hell?
What
Like
am I doing?
what am I doing wrong? Like why can't I
Yeah.
5,000? And even nowadays, I think the most I spend on shoes nowadays still is like $80, $100, and even then I'm still like, I don't know if I want to spend all that money like that. Like that's how cheap I am because where I grew up at, bro, like we didn't even have food in our fridge. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I could never ask my mom, hey, yo, mom, can you spend $80 on some Air Forces? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's so I think social media is toxic for men and for women. But again, like I said, men is judged on in the dating world, men is judged on the things that you have, like the money, the cars, clothes, whatever. I didn't have any of that growing up. So I had to get women literally off of how I talk to girls. You know what I'm saying? And so I
Yeah.
was able to master that. Me you know, having whatever money car on place, that was just, it just made it easier. You know what I'm saying? So even back when I was broke, I had to learn how to physically, I said physically, I had to learn how to literally talk myself into getting whatever girl I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys have to wake up out of that social media crap. To this day, I've never, I shouldn't say never. It's very rare that I shoot my shot in a girl's DM. You know what I'm saying? If I do something like that, it's because I've seen you in person and I asked you for your Instagram or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but I've never like, oh, I've never met you before. Let me DM you and fly you out, or I'm gonna fly to. I've never done. I don't plan on doing that before. If I can't see you in person, because I'm very visual. If I can't see you in person, then it's not going. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not even finna. Oh, what's up? How you doing? Nah, bro. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing that. I have
Yeah.
this girl that keeps she keeps like liking all my pictures and stuff like that. And every time I post a story, she'll like react to it and stuff like that. And she finally was like, "Oh, I think you're really attractive." I was like, "Where are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm in Texas." I was like, "Yep, that's why we can't talk." That's why we can't. And she's fine. Don't get me wrong. She's fine as hell, bro. She was like, "Oh, I keep reacting to your stories. You never respond." I'm like, "Bro, what do you want me to do? Like your thing says Prairie, whatever, Prairie View, Texas, or whatever the crap is." And I'm just like, bro, I'm like, I know that's not in Florida, so that's a wrap. I just okay, thank you for the reaction and have a good day. That's it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it, man. I can't do that stuff, man. Social media is very, in my opinion, it's done more harm than good. Like I get the whole aspect of it. I think that it was made to help people, but I think it set us back so many years, man. Like it's just made everybody want to compare each other, compare people to each other so much. Now I'm sitting here broke as hell, comparing myself to some damn man in Dubai that got 3 million followers that just bought 4 Lamborghinis. Like, you know, like,
Exactly.
you know, like why am I seeing, why is this guy on my time? Why am I even watching this? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Or the 16-year-olds that were dancing on TikTok that have millions of dollars in the bank just chilling, and I'm like here 21, like I went to school and
yep,
I don't have that type of money.
yep.
It's might be frustrating. And I think also men, I'm not a dude, but
Now talk about it. Talk about it.
I think like men, whenever they see like Lil Baby or Dirk, whoever, and they're flaunting all this money for, they look at themselves maybe and like, yo, I work hard for what I have and I don't even have a fraction of that. What am I doing wrong? Do you think that's true?
I think that's true. I think that's true, and I'll put myself in situations like that, man. There's like a 10-year-old YouTuber that
Yeah.
literally made like $7 million on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel where he opens like toys and plays with toys on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he made last year. They was putting him in the Forbes. They were talking about in the Forbes list, or a year or 2 years ago in the Forbes list. It's like, oh yeah, the 10-year-old that made $13 million. I'm like, here I am putting on all this depth, trying to get my master's, doing this, that, and the third. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? And
taking out student loans over here.
yeah, I'm living off student loans, and then I got a
Yeah.
10-year-old that's over here that's opening toys and playing with it, and he's getting millions. Like, what the hell? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what the
Like,
like? You
let me do that, okay? Let me open toys on YouTube and nah, like it's crazy.
know, it's bad, bro. It's bad, and you'll sit there and you're literally like, damn, bro. If I can go back in time, I would have did it. Like, no, no.
Yeah, no.
So trust me, I,
Oh,
I I get it. A lot of guys will probably almost never admit to that, but it's the damn truth. I think that a lot of us do stuff like that more often than some. Sometimes we do it subconsciously and we don't even realize it. You know what
yeah.
I mean? But it happens way more often than you think. It happens especially with guys. It happens way more often than you think. Because again, like I said, if I'm sitting here watching you on Dubai, watching you on Instagram and in Dubai doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, I know it's hard. Okay, this is the last question. Should rappers' baby mamas be considered celebrities?
No, no.
So we've seen Jada, Ari the Dawn, you
I don't know
name
who
it.
any
These
of these
baby
girls is. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't know who any of these who they baby daddy.
these
Tell me who their baby
baby
daddy is.
moms are
Who?
blowing up. They're getting a lot of money from being a baby mother. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, it put them in the spotlight to do businesses like promote for Fashion Nova and do all those things to make money. But it's like the new day celebrity. A lot of these baby mothers are sparking up, but you don't think they should be celebrities?
I don't. I seriously don't, man. Even like what's the lady's name? Brittany Renner. Like I don't understand why she's so popular. Like you got popular because you slept with NFL and NBA people. Like even when you take it back to girls like you know, I don't know if you remember like Superhead.
No.
Yeah, Superhead. She was popular like the early 2000s. She was very popular in the early
Oh,
2000s for like sleeping with rappers. So she was sleeping with rappers and she blew up. Like she blew the hell up. And I'm just like, why is this girl getting blown up for sleeping with rappers? She got known because she wrote a book about all the rappers she slept with.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
Like
I
now,
forgot I
and she
forgot
wrote a
her
book.
real name. Her real name is something. I can't remember what her real name is. Um, but yeah, it was just, I was so confused. Like, bro, why are you popular again? Who like you're popular because you sleep with people?
No, it's becoming. It's a whole thing. Like, and it's actually inspiring, especially some teenage girls. They aspire to get pregnant by a rapper. For
Yeah.
instance, NBA YoungBoy, he has about 8 children now. I'm not sure, but
He got like I think 6 or 7 baby mamas. Yeah, that's
there's
sad, bro.
memes, and he's only like what 21 years old.
Yeah,
There's
he's young.
memes of girls who like, oh, I want to get pregnant by him. I want
Yeah,
to get pregnant by a rapper, like
because it's a
jokingly. No, but
check.
they're serious.
It's a
They
check.
think it's a check, automatic, like check influence. If you want stardom, they feel like, oh, crazy.
It's a
I don't
check.
know.
It's a check, and you get an instant 500,000 followers. Like you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
on damn Instagram. You know what I'm saying. So there goes your brand. There goes your name, and then you get a constant child support check every single month, all because you got pregnant by you know the baby or by whoever. PJ Washington, who slept with Brittany Renner, got her pregnant. This man is paying like $170,000 a month for child support.
I've
That's
seen a
insane.
post about that.
That's
Just for
insane.
her to turn around and leave him anyways, like
She left a week after the baby was born. She planned it. She planned it. She planned the whole thing
wait.
from the jump. She made a video months before dating him saying, "Ladies, if you want to get to a bag, start sleeping with NFL and NBA athletes." She was like, "Yo, they're stupid. They never use condoms and they don't pull out." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." So once she started dating PJ Washington, everybody was like, "Yo, be careful. She's trying to trap you. She's trying to trap you." But because he was young and dumb, he thought it was serious. She got pregnant. She had the baby. Literally 6 or 7 days later, she broke up with him, and all this other stuff. And then she started posting on his story talking about, oh, everybody was right, and you was faking it all along. And she's like commenting under the page. She was like, LOL, and I was like, damn, like you are savage, yo, you are a
She is
savage.
heartless.
Like, you're savage.
She went through a whole pregnancy and all and said, nah, you
Everything,
set me up for
everything.
life.
Everything, bro. And I'm just looking at him like, yo, and everybody was like going crazy. They was screenshotting it and everything. He like deleted all the posts and stuff like that. But he was going in on Instagram, man. And like once she commented that LOL, that's when I know it was real. I was like, yo, these girls don't give a damn.
She did not care. She said, I'm set. Okay? I'm set.
That was hilarious, bro. That man was going in. Oh, I loved you, and this, that, and third. I thought you were the only one for me, and you was faking it all along. Everybody was saying that you were a hoe, and everybody was saying this, that, and the third, and I didn't believe them, and I chose to believe in us, and all this other crap he was saying. And all she had to do was put LOL at the bottom in the comment section. I was like, yo, I feel your pain, sir. I'm sorry. Like Jesus, like that hurt
And now
me.
he's messed up for life mentally.
He's messed up, man. He's messed up. And the only thing he's gonna do, he's more than likely, hopefully not, but more than likely what he's probably gonna do is become Future. He's gonna be out here with 6, 7, 8, 10 damn baby mamas.
Future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Future straight up does not care. Like he's just
Doesn't
like,
care. Another 3 women stepped up a couple months ago saying that they got pregnant with him by him. Two of the girls was yeah. Two of the girls were strippers. They said that they slept with him unprotected. They had a threesome with him, and then there was another girl who sold him his house in Atlanta, a realtor who slept with him. And she said, "Oh well, we slept together in the house that I was selling him unprotected, and he didn't pull out." You know what I'm saying? So now you have 3 girls that came out around the same time that said that they're pregnant by him. So now we're just waiting for the baby to be born to to test the child to make sure that it's his. 9 times out of 10, it's probably his. You know what I'm saying?
oh
So
my God.
he
And
just
also, allegedly, a baby mom popped out of nowhere with like a kid that was maybe, I have to guess, maybe 3 to 5 years old, that it's Lil Baby's child. And that kid looks more like Lil Baby than Lil Baby does. So I'm like, what is going on here? And then Dirk, there was another baby that just popped out of the blue, and he just got engaged. So I'm like, I don't
I
get
mean,
it. I don't.
it's the same thing with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Like once they announced that they was
Yeah.
pregnant, his allegedly his side chick stepped up and was like, "Oh, listen, like I got a sex tape," and basically trying to blackmail him, saying that she wanted X amount of money. Again, it's all alleged. Wanted X amount of money,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yo, I want X amount of money, or I'm gonna put it on OnlyFans. I'm gonna release the video on OnlyFans." So I was like, "Ooh, damn."
They're wilding out here.
OnlyFans are gonna pay for that. OnlyFans will pay for that video. If they have an exclusive video of a what? They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay top dollar. They definitely gonna pay.
Exactly. Oh
So
no, these rappers have no self-control though. Like I don't know how. Like, can you imagine that they don't even know these females? So whenever a baby pops up, they're like, "Wait, where did I see you again?" Like,
because they're sleeping with that many women, and that's why I be
yeah,
telling people, I'm like, bro, I don't want to mess with no chick that's messed with a well-known rapper, like a rapper in general, but like a well-known rapper. Number one. Number two, I always got condoms. I got condoms everywhere in my place. I don't play that. Like I'm not
yeah.
doing no unprotected. I don't know what you have. I don't know what STDs you got. I don't know when the last time you've been tested. I've never caught an STD before, and I plan to keep it that way.
No,
I plan to, I plan
seriously.
on keeping it that way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't when it comes to stuff like that, I have a very like a strict policies, like a standard when it comes to stuff like that. I've had women like tell me, "Oh, well, we're not having sex unless we go raw." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, let me go ahead and walk you back out to your car because we not."
I'll escort
Facts.
you to the
I'll
left.
escort you right out to right outside. I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, because I don't play that stuff, bro. Like, no, we're not. Like, I didn't make it this far with no kids by accident. Like, this was on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that
No,
stuff, bro.
seriously.
I don't like a lot of people be out here catching like a million STDs. I have homies that works at Publix pharmacy. I got a homegirl that works at Walgreens. She's a farm tech, whatever you call it. And like the stories that they tell me about people that have to come and get these STD pills and stuff like that. Like they're like, yo, like my home, I have a homie that works in, I'm not gonna say where, but the
Yeah.
Publix pharmacy. And he tells me all the time, he's like, yo, bro, like you need to be careful. I'm like, what? He's like, bro, I just had to check out like 17 different STD bottles to like 17 different women. And I'm just like, what? I'm like,
No,
bro,
seriously.
and it's crazy. He's like, yo, and it's sad because a lot of those girls are very, very attractive. So you can only imagine how many guys they're sleeping with. Number one. Number two, how many guys are sleeping with unprotected. Like if I just met you, I've had girls that I met a week ago trying to have unprotected sex with me. Like now, I'm like, bro, I just met you. I don't even know you like that. Like,
So
no, I'm
imagine
not
how
gonna.
many other men that she's tried to do that to.
Too many, too many. So
No,
I
seriously.
don't, I don't play that stuff, bro. I have condom. I don't play that. I have all over my house. I have girls that look at me crazy when I pull that condom out. They like, what you got a condom for? For you? What you mean? What I got it for?
Like
Who
all
else? I
offended.
got it
Like,
for
you think
myself.
I have something? Yes. Like, what?
People stupid, man. Listen, I
No,
don't play
it's
that.
playing with your life.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
playing with your life. Because there's the STDs that are treatable.
Yeah.
You still don't want to catch them. And then there's the ones that are not. And now you're going to be dealing with something for the rest of your life because you made a stupid decision in 2 seconds. No.
All because you want to sleep with someone for 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, just not to talk to them next week. Like I don't.
No, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. I don't play that stuff, man. Like especially because again, like I said, I travel a lot. I don't know what it is about like women. Like when they hear that you're out of town, like they just I don't know. Like when I was in Indiana, when I was in when I went to ATL last summer, I went to New York last year. Like every time I say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Florida, I'm from this and that," they just immediately gain some type of interest, and they're just like, "Oh, you're from what? What?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'm not from here." I think people do stuff like that because they know for a fact that they can do whatever they want to do with you, and then there's no
And you
repercussions.
disappear.
Yeah, you disappear. Like it's like it never happened. Like you know what I'm saying? And
Also, when girls hear that you're from out of state, they think you have money. Like, oh, you
oh
travel
well,
over here? You live in Florida? You came to Atlanta?
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even
No,
think of that.
seriously.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even think of that. That's actually a good point. I did not think of that. Yeah. So like yeah, I don't do stuff like that, man. So when I know for a fact that I've only known you for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that, and we've had sex, I know you're doing that with other guys. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I take extra precaution. Like no, bro. Like I've had girls like literally look at me crazy when I pull a condom out. Like where'd you put a condom? I'm like, bro, I just met you 3 days ago. What the hell you mean? Like you want me to hit you raw? Like what are you saying? Like no, we're not doing
Yeah.
that. Like get the hell out of here.
That's how you know they're just used to like doing it raw with random men. Like, I'm so offended. Like, oh, yeah, wow.
Trust me, man.
Nope.
Bro, listen, I want you to get your channel up and running. I want you to have everything. Like, come on now. I want your first video to be first day single, first day out.
I am nervous.
Nervous about what?
I don't know. It's like you're just talking to yourself, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm nervous.
Why you never? You did it before. You do it again.
I know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know why I'm scared. It's weird. I have no idea why I'm scared. I just need to do it. Hit the ground running. First day out.
You need to. You need to.
It sounds like the album. First day out. Like, nah, for real.
Man, trust me. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start editing this video, and then I'll put like your link to your channel in the description and stuff like that. Because you don't have a community tab yet, right? You don't have a. Do you have a community tab or?
What is that?
Okay, no, you don't have one. Okay.
What is that?
I was gonna say I could tag your channel, but I can only tag channels that have a community tab. So once you have I think it's like 500 subscribers or something like that, or 700, whatever. Once you have a certain amount of subscribers, you can get a community tab, so you can start making posts like how on Facebook you start making posts. You can start posting stories. You can start doing. You can start tagging people. You can start having people tag you. Just crazy stuff. Yeah. So you got to get back active, man. Because I could just tag your videos and your channel, and then they can just click on it.
Yeah. I only have 72 followers.
Okay. We gonna get you there.
So they forgot who I am. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you gonna be good, man. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. I'm hoping. So? Yes, I know. So you have the personality, you have the look, you have the voice. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good.
I hope this goes through. I don't know. I'm just nervous because I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm nervous that I don't know why I'm nervous. I can't even put it into terms. It's just been so long. And your success of YouTube is based off of other people. That's the one thing I don't like. I'm like, people have to like fuck with you. Like,
it's easier for women though, in my honest opinion, and that's why I said you have the look, you have the voice. It's easier for women because I have a homegirl that started a channel about 4 or 5 months ago. She's already at 900 subs. You know what I'm saying? Really? So it's like, yeah, and she just from zero, she's already at 900 subs. You know what I'm saying? And she started doing videos like she had like her cleavage out and stuff like that. But well, you know, whatever. That's the topic for another day. Whatever. Hey, listen, hey, no judgment, no judgment. Yeah, so it's possible, man. It's possible. Again, like I said, you have to be consistent. I had to post every single day. I've been posting every single day for the last year and a half. That's why I got like 300 something, however many videos I had. Back when I used to pass my paper out to people, I would only post once every other week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would only post once every week. What's up?
If I want to do reaction videos, how do you do that? Like, so I know YouTubers will have the video in the corner of the screen and you can see yourself at the same time. I'm like,
yeah.
How?
You have to download Premiere Pro to do that. I use Windows Windows Movie Maker because it's free. I use Windows Movie Maker.
I'm gonna put it in my notes. You said Premiere Pro?
Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro. It's a video editing software. Yeah.
Because I would love to I feel like a first video of reactions or something would be good. Because I don't want to depress people in my depressive life.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I told you I was scared as hell to do my first video because I thought people was going to be looking at me like, bro, what the hell? Get this out of here. No, I legit had people that was thanking me, legit, like, yo, bro, like even people that didn't want to comment because they didn't want it to be public. I had people reach out to me on Instagram and was like, yo, listen, I didn't want to say this because, you know, on publicly, but you know, you're the reason why I had this, that, and third. I was able to get over this. I was able to do that. And stuff like that means a lot, man. Stuff like that means a lot. So I say just do it. I say just do it.
I think I might record tonight. I'm excited now, but still I'll definitely send you my videos so you can watch me embarrass myself.
Please do it. Please. You're not going to embarrass yourself. Don't do that. Let me get up and start locking this stuff up.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, do your thing, man. Just keep me posted. Let me know. I'm gonna be on the lookout. But start it. I'm serious. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're welcome. I'm gonna give you till Sunday. I'm gonna get to the end of this weekend. I need to see at least a video posted, one video.
No, seriously. Okay. I have to do it.
I'll call you when as soon as I lock everything up, I'll call you.
Oh yeah, definitely. So later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bitch, they quit to throw the seeds on you, so grow away from your kids. I'm just trying to beat the odds, only have to be another statistic. I made it. Yep, I made it. Yep. Okay, I ran past the finish line. Tell these rappers it's my time. Debonair's here to claim what's mine. I ran past the finish line. Tell these rappers more than just rhymes. The art in 16 bars, you gotta design. I ran past the finish line. Money, cars, clothes.